In my last video, I described how a monotonous image can be made more interesting by creating focal points through the careful use of contrast and light. These are not the only tools available to the artist. Color and sharpness can also play an important role in determining focal points and depth. Warm colors tend to pop forward, while cool colors tend to recede or fall back. We can't observe nearly as much detail and texture in objects that are in the distance, so things tend to blur out as they recede. Highly saturated colors seem to pop forward, so to push things back, we can mute the background colors just a little bit. Haze in the atmosphere tends to not only blur, but also lighten objects in the background, and can even give a slight bluish haze to things. These tricks can be used to push objects forwards or backwards in a composition. On this rendered cloud pattern, we can sharpen the focal points and bring them forward, and we can introduce some warm colors into these foreground elements and cooler colors into the background elements. In the last video, I talked about using a vignette to hold the viewer's eye inside the frame. That may seem like advice that contradicts the advice in this video about making the background objects lighter, simulating atmospheric haze. But the truth is, in art, all rules are to be thought of as enabling techniques or a set of guidelines, not rules. So just use whatever you think works best in that particular situation. Experience is a bag of tricks you can draw from when you need something, but you don't have to use all those tricks all the time. When a rule just doesn't work, ignore it. Now, look at the image we have created. This is just a random rendered cloud pattern, but through the use of light, contrast, sharpening and blur, and color, we have created something that has the illusion of depth, moves the eye around the frame, and has points of interest. Now think about what could be possible if these same techniques were applied to a more interesting image. So, next time you're stuck and an image just isn't quite working, try some of these. You never know, might work.